I'll go ahead and start the recording. So thank you all. I appreciate you all for coming. I've named this the StreetTaLk Community Conversations. And of course, I had to go get members of the community. I have Miss Belanley. I have Brother Remy. I have Sister Lisa, Brother Robert 11X. Tamika is here. Charlie is here. And Brother Ryan with Building Bricks is here. I invited all of you guys because I understand you all work in the community. St. Louis is under pressure right now, and solutions will have to be made at some point. And in my opinion, the right people are not asked the right questions when situations, are going on in the city. So like I said, that's why I went and picked this group that I picked. We have business owners, we have curriculum writers, we have activists, we have foundation builders. So, I just want to take this time today to, sit down and really have an important conversation, a community conversation. So we'll start with Belanley. You can introduce yourself, give us a short summary, and then we'll work down the line.
Oh, okay, sure. Good evening, everybody. My name is Belanley. I'm Budije, and I head a business. It's called You and I Rise. It's a education and training company that solves Black American problems, Black people's problems as working in the community. And my emphasis is on parent education and school staff training. It's on community building and strengthening our relationships with each other so we can solve our problems.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lorenzo Davis. Me and Adrian Rice did a lot of community outreach in this neighborhood. In the metro Panelist of St. Louis, Missouri, when we was working for Better Family Life. And after that career was over, I stuck with Adrian, because after that, I stuck with him because we was gonna form together our own community outreach so we can really flip St. Louis upside down,
outside trying to get some doves.
I want to know if everybody can hear me. Excuse me. Can everybody hear me? Excuse me. So I'm good. Okay. So that's pretty much my introduction. Nothing major. I just did a lot of work with Adrian Rice out here in the community, and I'm still stuck in with him. So that's pretty much it.
All right, Charlie.
Hey, hi, my name's Charlie, Charlie Gentry. Of course, I know Adrian. We were at Better Family Life doing my practicum, doing my undergrad. And what just draw me to this work is, myself, my family, and just seeing that there's other ways, and then seeing so many other people out here going through the same thing. It doesn't really matter if it's policy change, if it's just having a second look into some solutions, even offering, my own solution depending on, what the topic is or where we want to tackle on first. And I'm just happy to be here tonight.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Miss Lisa, I was muted. Watch our mute buttons too, because I know somebody that keeps kind of cracking in the background and throwing it. So just watch our mute buttons. I'm trying to stay muted too, but Miss Lisa, it's on you.
Man, where you just coming from?
Hi, I'm Lisa. My name is Lisa LeGrone.
How you doing?
Hi, and I'm the coordinator for a program called Project Haki. I work with the Organization for Black Struggle. And I work straight in the trenches with the shooters and people in our community. And I love everybody the same. I'm out here fighting for causes. I just was on a jail phone call concerning going on down at the Justice Center. And I'm glad Streets called me because I think everybody needs to work as one especially now that we have a black female mayor.
Hey,
I think that we all can do something together. Not everybody just do that. Everybody just need to get together. And I'm just gonna sit back and listen to you all.
All right.
real.
Brother Lemonette.
Yes, sir. Good evening, brothers and sisters. And thank you, Brother Adrian, for inviting me to be on your platform. I always enjoy being on your platform, brother, whenever we can get the time to do interviews and share information with our people, brother. So I thank you for putting this together this evening. I'm an entrepreneur of 27 plus years now, going on my 28th year. Not only am I an entrepreneur, we also incorporate the ownership of the real estate into entrepreneurship. We teach you how to do that as well without having to go to the banks. I am a member of the Nation of Islam. That's where the 11X comes from. And I've been in the hells of North America. And in every community that we open a business, we go to the worst part of the community to open a business so that we can show our people whom are most despised that one that looks just like them can come up from the trenches without having to sell dope. And I've done that in my past, but this that I've been doing for the last 27 years have not been any way connected to anything illegal. And we can teach you how to do that as well, to take a little something and make a lot out of it. So again, brother, I thank you for inviting me onto the platform. And I'm interested in hearing what everybody has to put in to this conversation.
I thank you for joining us, brother. Rockin' John.
What's going on, everybody? It's Rockin' John. Like I said, well, I never said it before, but Adrian, my big cousin, they say we kind of resemble each other a little bit. Yeah, that's my big cousin. So back in the heydays of the BFL street team days, I was right there alongside him, a lot of those things, going door to door, just like Lorenzo was. But once he stepped away, what I'm saying, as my big cousin, so I stuck to him, I still he kept on with his mission, so I got to see that, and I got some good insight on a lot of things. Like I said, I'm a rapper myself, so I guess that ties into community work because I can reach the youth in a different way. I can just reach a man my age, a man older than me, But I'm just happy to be here, happy to get the insight from you guys. So come with it.
All right, Mr. Meeker.
My turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I got like 20 different things going on. Hey, y'all. I'm Tamika. I'm just here to support. I have 4 boys, and I am willing to support anything that's going to lead to more peaceful streets and getting these kids more education and more resources into the neighborhoods that it need to go into. So I'm here to help. That's all. I'm starting my own business, but it has nothing to do with the community. But of course, I'll be donating time and whatever resources I have as well. But definitely grew up in the hood, so I help make the mess. So I'm here to help clean it up.
All right.
That's all I have to say.
All right, and I think we got one more, Brother Ryan with Building Bricks.
Brother Ryan.
Hey, what up, y'all? Ryan Palmer, like you said, I'm with Building Bricks. That's my own thing that I started. Basically, it's more so a family foundation. You know what I'm saying? I work with basically men to start off with, but I'm looking to build and expand with a program with young ladies. But basically, once I got the idea, you might hear them in the background, I got a few children, you know what I'm saying? So I got a gang with me. Then I got a lot of cousins, nephews, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of connected family. So one summer I had this idea, okay, they wasn't doing nothing. So let me take them to a summer program. I piled them all up, and the little Jeep Patriot was about 9 of them. You know what I'm saying? Every day of the week, and I took them to a program. I picked them up and I dropped them off. You know, so that got me the idea. Hey, I need to do something. I need to teach these youth something. You know what I'm saying? I need to teach them more. I mean, like everybody else, I mean, a few other brothers that was on here said they was affiliated with Better Family Life. I was affiliated with Better Family Life, employee of Better Family Life at a while. For about a good 7 years. I'm currently employed with St. Patrick Center. So, you know, kind of service that I do throughout the week. If you know anybody looking for housing, I help the unhoused. I go out every day trying to help them out. But with building bricks, more so, it's a foundation that I'm building, and also a maintenance company I'm building for young men to actually learn something. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes these young men don't want the jobs. You know what I'm saying? They want to, hey, I want to get this money right now. So if you want to get this money right now, I got a way for you to do it. So I teach them how to write a contract. I teach them how to place a bid on jobs. We go out cutting grass in the summer, wintertime. Sometimes we shovel, sometimes we don't. Depends on how they feel, you know. And that's my thing. Like I'm working with you, so I'm not out here just making the money myself. I'm making the money when you out here. You know what I'm saying? And most of the money going to you. You know, so that's why I try to train these young men. Opportunity for a young man to actually work with me this summer and actually get a lawnmower that they'll be able to go fix themselves, you know what I'm saying, and run their own company next summer. So, you know, building bricks foundation and maintenance, you know what I'm saying, that's just what I do. And the building bricks came from my uncle. His name, we called him Brick, you know, so I mean, he meant a lot to me. So I took that. My bad, somebody keep calling me. How I can really do something, how I can really put something together. So, you know, I consulted with different people that like, man, just go and do it. Just go and do it, don't wait on it. So, you know, I'm continuing to build as we go. So that's me.
All righty. So everybody's introduced themselves. Once again, I appreciate everybody for being on this platform right now. Everybody, you know, willing to listen to what's being said and really just take the advice. So kind of to get it rolling, I know with the panel that I have right now, you know, let's kind of start with parents, because we're gonna kind of dig right into it. We talking about St. Louis, we talking about these problems. So let's kind of get with the parents, because I know with most of the situations, we look and say it's the youngsters that's doing it. But with the youngsters and everybody, a few people, everybody has kids, 4 kids, 3, 4, multiple kids. So with that being said, is it probably a parenting issue at this point? Or, you know, what do you guys think?
Yeah,
Well,
I think, yeah, to a certain percent, but with the way St. Louis, I'm just gonna say it like this. In the city, they counted these kids out and they took all the programs. Even in the schools, they took all the programs. The community centers, they took the summer programs. They took stuff that, you know, I went to Dr. Eccles and them last year. And I told Dr. Eccles, can we bring the summer program back? And not just the 16-year-olds, but back down to the 14-year-olds. They counted the kids out, and now this is what you get. And see, what people don't understand is the white people wants the city back. That's why you got all this shoot going on all out of North County, because they done moved families from O'Fallon places and different places and sent them all in the county. And now you got all this chaos going on. It's a big picture, y'all. If I just was to give a speech, it'll be too long. It's just a big picture. And I don't know. We got a new mayor.
So
Maybe we can get some changes.
So with that being said, and understanding that, we really do kind of see them pushing them back out in the county, stacking everybody back on top of each other, kind of trying to clean the city up. What do we do once again as parents? Because we know they took everything away. Like you said, there's no no recreation whatsoever. We had skating rinks, we had malls, we had a lot of things to do. All of that now is gone, but like really, I really want to start this conversation at home. So being at home, what do we do to, you know, kind of get that going, Balanle?
Thank you. I so appreciate what you said, Sister Lisa. And because you said it is a bigger picture, it does include parents, but it's really an adult issue because it's an adult, you know, adults are the ones who are creating the conditions.
Yeah.
You know? And so adults are the ones who remove the program, you know, removing our programs. And as, you know, decision-making adults are doing that. And as parents, we are not aware. There are certain things that we just are not aware of. You know, this society, this larger mainstream society doesn't have a process that equips its citizens to be good parents or to be effective parents. There's some basic parenting fundamentals that every parent deserves to know, because every child deserves to be born to some aware parents. It was to equip parents who are ready and welcoming them and ready to do the job of parenting, because parenting requires a level of growth in you that couldn't happen under any other circumstances. So that's one thing. This society doesn't have a process. Then when you take us as Black people into account, our relationship in this country adds whole nother layer of trauma and dysfunction that we're still just in the middle of, that's only just now getting some recognition and some validation, you know. So that's why I do the work that I do, because it's really to bring this to parents' attention, because as parents, we're pretty well distracted. And this society has been very successful in manipulating our natural love for our children and expressing it in their best interest. Like, oh, well, if you really love your child, you'll get them this PlayStation, you'll buy them these tennis shoes, you know, that kind of thing. And so we do that. So again, that's why I do the work that I do. I am actually having a focus group for parents this coming Wednesday. And it's going to be for 90 minutes. I'm offering $50 stipends for 20 parents of pre-K through 6th grade children, because I'm trying to just learn how to market to our parents, to get our parents' attention to this matter, you know, because you're right, absolutely right, Sister Lisa, in that it's bigger, but as parents, we're so focused on our family, our, you know, problems and that kind of thing, and we don't see the bigger picture. So I'm gonna stop now, but I just wanted to say that.
All right, Rock and John, you raised your hand. You want to add to that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like what she said on the financial part, because you know, a lot of parents, they kind of just focus on the financial part and they kind of just skip out on the intellectual part. And you know, you got kids walking around here, they got every new Jordans that came out, you know what I'm saying, the past 2 years, but they ain't got a lick of sense between their ears.
Right.
And then they go out into the world, you know, they get into these dire situations, you know, and it's bad for the community, you know. But once we just as a community I just focus on the intellectual part of life, because I mean, yeah, you can look good, but I mean, it's grown people that don't know things, you know. I mean, it's sick. So I mean, how could you expect the child to know something and the parents, they don't even have it themselves, you know? So at some point in time, every generation of Black people or every generation of people is gonna have to put in some time and work into, you know, just bettering themselves. You know, it's not just on the kids, because I mean, kids, they don't really do, you know what I'm saying, what you tell them, you know, but if you show them, you know, oh boy, they'll, you know. So I mean, that's all I got to say.
And that is something to kind of keep in mind as we're speaking. because yes, we're not necessarily talking about 7 or 8-year-old kids, because you do have some parents that's 34 and have 17-year-olds, and they, you know, they really kind of feel like they're still on the same the same wavelength when it comes to doing things and thinking and different stuff like that. So yeah. Brother Robert 11, you had your hand up.
Unmute yourself. You got to unmute.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Okay, great. So, and listening to the two sisters and the brother, you know, as I was listening, something came to my mind. What the question is, what is man and woman's greatest potentiality? And as a Black man and woman, we don't know what our potential to be is. So if we don't know what our potential to be is, then we are really lost at what God put us here to do. God put us here to be gods, not just a Black man or a Black woman. He said he made us in the image and likeness of himself. This society is not going to teach you or I, sister, brother, how to be like God. Not be like a man, a Black man, which is the Black man is God. But this society definitely don't want you, brother, all the brothers on here to know who we are. So if we don't know who we are, then we definitely won't know our potentiality. And until we know the potential of man is to elevate and become a God, then we're going to be still running around here like the dog chasing his tail, asking permission from the ones who enslaved us and have caused this problem to solve the problem. And they will not do that because we are the biggest financiers of their wealth. So they're not going to solve this problem. We have to solve this problem. We have to hold church accountable for the truth, the real truth, not just that old good hymn and song type of doctrine that they give us. And mosque, all these places have to be held accountable to deliver a truth that will uplift us from the condition, mental condition, and financial condition that we in. We have to learn who we are and whose we are and the potential of what he made us to be, and that is to become like gods. And when you teach the children that they are gods and their potential is to be a god, and when we teach the society, the Black community, that when we look at one another, we are looking in the face of God. When we see one another, I'm looking at a God. So in the Nation of Islam, that's the language that we use. Assalamu alaikum, God, or what's up, God? And when you see a person as a God, you don't want to kill a God. You don't mind killing the devil, but not a God. So we have to find out some kind of way. We have to teach our people who they are and then begin to build on economics, build on culture. We have a culture that we don't even control. The hip hop world, we don't even control that. Everything that we create, our enemy controls it, everything, and gives us crumbs. So, I mean, it's so much to teach in this subject. And I always say this to people. I always, and as much as I love the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, I say this to every Black man and woman. You ain't got to join the Nation of Islam, but you damn sure need what they teaching Black men and women, because a lot of them brothers that you see in them suits and bow ties come out of these streets on some real crazy stuff. Some of them come out of corporate America too. You ain't got to join, but you should pick up a book, Message to the Black Man, and at least read that, because the profound effect that it's going to have on you when you have an open mind and you dealing with this society the way that this society deals with us, something got to change. And we got to find information that's outside of what white folks say is good for us. And I'm gonna rest right there.
And that's what we work on. That's why, like I said, with this panel, we have a few people, because you understand, Brother Ryan understands, Charlie understands that that's what it's going to take. You guys got like you, and see, a lot of people don't know. You know, I've been talking to Brother Robert 11X, and we're working on a few things too to help with the business aspect of just growing. It doesn't take much to get a business and then actually be successful with that business. And we're gonna work to, you know, bring that to the people. So, you know, like with Brother Ryan working with the kids in the summer to teach them how to do contracts, teach them how to cut grass, teach them how to be proper businessmen with understanding that they are kings and queens and God, once they get all those other lessons, man, I mean, hey, we good. So we can push a little forward.
Yes.
Kind of get a little more in depth with what's going on in the city now. I know everybody's not probably abreast of that, but we having a situation down at the Justice Center with the jails. Yeah, it's been a couple uprisings. It's been 4 uprisings since December where they've broken out glass and, you know, did a lot of unruly things. So with that and the conditions of the city, do you think those guys are really trying to, you know, give us a message on what's going on down there, some of the injustice that's happening within, I guess, you know, the justice system in the city of St. Louis?
I think they just trying to let people know that just don't forget about us. Because I mean, especially during this COVID time, if life has been hell on us, I know anybody in prison or in county jail or any type of lockup, I know they had to been going through some pretty extreme times behind bars. So I think they just saying just don't forget about us. And then we have seen what's happening at the workhouse. So I mean, I think they just trying to let us know, like, hey, some things ain't going right in here. And I believe just the COVID restrictions in jail are starting to get to a couple of them. And I think they just trying to let people know.
So you think just the kind of frustration and the irritation of a few kind of caused others to just join in, and that situation just kind of blossomed out of control?
I mean, well, I think kind of like how everything goes, it's kind of like a not so much an instigator, but or an anarchist, but they're usually just a couple people who kind of speak for everybody, you know. And I guess those couple people or that whole group of people, they were just mad because, I mean, we have a lot of restrictions out here due to COVID. So I can only imagine being in jail, already being locked up, and didn't have to be locked up even more because of the COVID. I mean, I'm pretty sure it can get to a man's brain.
Okay.
If I could jump in for a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with that Justice Center situation, he's right about what he's saying, but it's a little deeper than that. See, first of all, a lot of them haven't been going to courts. And the status quo would want you to think that Kim Gardner is really behind it. But in reality, it's a protocol to this. And it's the judges that's playing a lot in this. And we addressing this. I had a meeting with Reverend Gray and them today about the so-called team that the mayor put together. She didn't put nobody on that team that's been incarcerated. Somebody should have been on there to represent them. But what they doing now, they got a serious problem down there. And it's the leadership, lack of leadership. You see Jimmy Edwards jump ship. See, he resigned. He was the leader of all that. And as a Black man, he could have made things better, but he didn't. And see, the other guy that's running it, they saying he getting ready to retire. So what you gotta, there's no leadership down there, y'all. Who's over anything? When we were down there Sunday, Cheryl Betts got on the news and said So it's just total chaos going on down there. It's total chaos. But Sunday, well, next Sunday, they were planning on doing a protest down there. But the thing about it is, we might need to do something before then. I don't know, y'all. We supposed to be meeting with, once the Shora gets sworn in, we supposed to be meeting with the Shora to see what we can do. So if y'all got any ideas, you can throw them out.
But we'll make sure we get a list put together for you for that, because I mean, I think too, and that should probably really kind of be the next topic that we roll into, because I wanted to talk about the recent violence that was really kind of going on in the city. But you touched on something that really makes a lot of sense. The entire leadership really in the city now, with the exceptions of maybe a few aldermen, everyone's Black. The mayor will now be Black. The board of aldermen will now be Black. You'll have half of the aldermen Black. The board of aldermen president, the sheriff. Everybody is going to be Black. So, like, what is going to be our next plan? Because someone's going to have to be able to, like you said, if we can get messages to Tashara, so she can get the word on some of this. What else do we need to do to kind of, help this leadership find their way?
Can I just say something real quick? I just want to touch back on the Justice Center issue.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a hardened criminal, convicted felon, none of that. And I went to the Justice Center for a fight, and I was only like 21, 22 years old. And even before this whole COVID thing, you locked down. Like, I was locked down for 20 whole hours without being able to call my kids. Just had a baby. So this is something that's been going on even before this COVID thing. Like, they have no respect for you. They treat you so inhumane when you go in there. Like, it makes no sense at all. Like, I don't know half of the things that we talking about tonight. If somebody ever gonna be reached, and I pray, I really pray that it do, because from her it only get worse. And like you said, all these Black leaders in office, how long have a lot of these Black leaders been in office? Like, they right there at the door. So we at the door, but we need some people in the door. Yeah, for sure, but how much can she control by herself before she start having stuff come down on her, and now she's intimidated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take a lot more. So basically, it's gonna take a lot more than Tashura and these Black leaders in there. Like, this community gonna really have to back our Black leaders. If we don't back our Black leaders and our Black leaders don't give us that back, this gonna forever go on. It's just gonna get worse.
Right. Because like you said, the Black leaders are gonna have to give it back, because to touch on what you said about going to the Justice Center, like, I've been to the workhouse, I've been to the Justice Center, but I would even really kind of go back to that process. We don't really have too many Black officers on the street. So the white officers that work in the city are normally the ones that deal with, the residents. So when they lock them up and you get to the Justice Center, there's really no white people working at the Justice Center. So when you get there, you now have to deal with Black people, explain to them, hey man, these white people did this to me to get me here. And it's like you said, no one cares. When you get in there and there's no phone calls, no this, no that. And it's like, man, this ain't life, because like you said, it was 20 hours. What about the guy who'd have been going through this for 3 weeks, or the other guy who'd have been going through it for 3 months?
Right.
Somebody raise their hand. Balame.
Yes, but I think Building Bricks had his hand up first, but did you want to say something? I didn't.
Yeah, and no, but yeah, go ahead and say what you finna say. I'm dropping somebody off right now.
Okay, thank you. I think we need to get more information about that. What you said about backing our leaders is very important. I've been really concerned about Kim Gardner, and I really want to know, what does she need? I want to know, because it seems like she's unprotected. That's my concern, is that she seems to be unprotected. And I want to know what can we as the Black community do to protect her. And I would like to know from her what are the problems on the inside and what is the support that she needs. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there, because when we're talking about our leaders and, you know, the people who are in elected positions, it really does require that we step up and learn more about the duties of their position and what they need support in, so that we can actually do that. And it actually doesn't take a lot of us to do that.
It does.
So I just wanted to say that.
And that's important. All righty, Building Bricks, you back or no? We're gonna move on.
Yeah. So I mean, what I was gonna say, she kind of hit on it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta us as the community gotta be able to provide that protection to our leaders. You know what I'm saying? All of us voted her in, but you know, as soon as they say, she did something bad, we gonna roll with what they said. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to back our leaders, and we gotta be able to hold them accountable. Those that's still in office, if they want to keep their seat, we got to hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say names, but Jeffrey Boyd, one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my biggest concerns with him. He not being held accountable for, you know, the stuff he not doing for his area, or the stuff he trying to intimidate against Tashara. I mean, I seen that fight, you know, all along, because the last few years he been running against her. Every election she been there, he been there. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, we got to hold these people accountable. Why are we attacking each other? Why are we trying to say bad things about each other? Why are we not trying to unify each other in a way where we do something to build a city? Because that's what our community looking at. They looking at our leaders and saying, excuse my French, but they ain't doing a damn thing. So why the hell would I care? You know what I'm saying? That's what people looking at. You know, like I just started with the St. Patrick Center, and you know, some of them, why should the government don't care about me? So we got to be able to hold them accountable, because there's people out here that need it. There's people that want to change, but they can't change because once they hit a certain point and they fail, they give up. You know, so you know, we got to be able to spread that extra love with our people, and we got to be able to spread that support. You know what I'm saying? Caucasian people, they ride with their people, good, bad, and the ugly. We got to do the same thing. And we got to hold them accountable too and say, hey, look, you can't be doing that. We gonna ride with you, but you can't be doing that. You know, so that's my take on, you know, all the whole situation. And with the Justice Center, I don't want to come from the other side, but you know what I'm saying. We gotta look at them too. They tired too. They don't got resources. These CEOs down there, they taking money out the community. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta put the dollars in the right place. If we gonna fill a jail, we gotta be able to fill these people's pockets the right way. You know what I'm saying? They need the proper money to be able to control these people. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to do that. So, you know, that's my take on it. You know, I'll pop back in later on.
Just a comment on the Justice Center. I ran across this article, but I don't know if it happened down here. Wasn't there an incident at the Justice Center? I could be wrong, basically, where a CO got charged with basically letting other inmates beat up on another one. Is that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to make sure we was on the same page.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And see, I understand what the young man just said about the COs need to be thought about too, and he's right. But
they needed to be trained too. You know what I'm saying? Trained in a way where they got a little more compassion.
You just took it out my mouth. You just took it out my mouth. They need to be trained. And you know what? You're right, compassion. And we're not asking for no sympathy, just a little empathy. And see, I don't feel sorry that much for the COs, because they come out the Black community themselves. So they know the struggles. It ain't like they gotta be taught. You know, when I used to work for the Post-Dispatch, I used to tell them white men, you don't know my struggle. Y'all don't know my world. So don't speak for it if you've never been in it. But a lot of them down there live in the community. So they know what's really going on. So they should have more empathy. But and I know And I know the detainees, they could be off the chain too, but we gotta meet halfway. And that's what I said in the meet today with some clergy people. Hey y'all, it's real what we got going on. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. You all are right when y'all say we gotta bag up our Black political leaders, because watch what I tell y'all. They're gonna try to pit them all against each other, because that situation with Kim Gardner is gonna bring Tashora in it because she's the mayor.
Right.
It's a big picture to all this, y'all. It's a big picture.
So, okay, we got enough people sitting at the table right now. Let's just take some notes real quick on the things that we can do to kind of back them up. I know we talking about Kim, and like you said, Balan, like we would really need her to come out and let us know exactly what she needs. But you know, as a community, just us as a people right now, what could we do?
All we can do at this point is just all we can do is just listen. Cause I mean, I'm not gonna say that we had some good leaders in the past. It's just, did we listen to them? And I just say whenever Tashara Jones finally kicks in, or Kim Gardner when they finally kick in, or Wesley Bell, Sam Bell out there in the county, we just have to listen at this point. That's all that we can do. Whatever they want to do, we have to listen. And then, but it's on their part to listen as well. You know, because I mean, we the people, we the ones that's going through it. Y'all get company cars and take home cars and lunch cars and all that stuff. Like, we struggling. You know what I mean? So as much as y'all want us to listen, they have to listen to us as well. So it needs to be an equilibrium of conversation going on.
Of course, we all need one accord. Yeah, agreed.
But I think it's also important for us to remember that we got to take it upon ourselves, you know, put ourselves in a position to do that. And there is some opportunities. There are not some opportunities that some may like, but there was some emails that came out from Tashara Jones' office and Corey's office for jobs. If we can get enough of our young people focusing in on something like that. Because they're young enough, they don't have a lot of these felonies, a lot of these baggages a lot of us carry. They don't have a lot of families at that age. I mean, those are solutions to maybe get those questions out of, you know, our mayor and you know, possibly Kim Gardner's office, if we can persuade a young person to work that close with them.
Hey, Charlie, everybody want to know how you get the black hand.
I don't know. I do not know.
Oh, okay.
I noticed that.
Okay.
You must got an iPhone or something, man.
I thought that meant something else, but I get it now.
I do too. I ain't really trip off it till I see the messages.
I ain't even check.
So, okay, y'all, back on track though. I mean, we there. So, I mean, can we do something to actually possibly start finding out what some of these leaders need and what they would need from our end of the community to aid and assist them? Because I know a bunch of us, man, we get out and, you know, we work on these campaigns and we help these people get elected. But it's like after that, I don't really hear or see from nobody. So
You'd be surprised at what happens when we ask. I think we can, I think there's enough of us here that, and St. Louis is small enough for us to make direct contact. And I think that, I believe that asking is the first step. Calling the office, asking to get on her calendar, or asking to speak to whoever she deems appropriate to speak with about it. But, you know, making the ask is the first thing.
So,
and then when we come into the situation, come in with questions, because we really do need to get the, we do need to listen when we come in, and demonstrate a willingness to do, because we have to build trust. That's one of the exercises that I do in my parent workshops and that kind of thing, is that, we've been trained to not trust each other. We've been trained to not work with each other. And so part of that, because, they're leaders and they're in, critical positions, but they're also quite vulnerable. Even though they're making money and all of that stuff, but they're still quite vulnerable. They can get out, get snatched out at any point in time. So we do need to build trust with them by listening and that kind of thing. And then that will allow them to, and this is just relationship stuff, it allows people to then be more willing to hear you. You understand what I'm saying?
right.
So back to what Adrian saying, like how we get our people elected and we don't never hear from them. Do we feel like we elect the wrong person? Or is there a way that we can handpick the people that we feel like we can put in these positions of power that can really get things done? That way we can have their support as well. Like, I kind of agree with that. And I've seen that over the years, especially with Brother Ryan saying with Jeffrey Boyd, all these aldermen, anybody that y'all could possibly think of that have been in these positions and have not done anything in a year. So what can we do to where we get the right people in place?
I feel like my whole thing is you want to see a lot of Black people in leadership. You really do, because you feel like you got one of yours in there, so you got a better chance of being heard and understood and, all of that kind of stuff. But it goes back to what you said. When we elect these people, do we elect them because they're Black and we want to see Black people in there? Or do we elect them because we think that they're going to do the job? Sometimes you just got to make that distinction on which one is more important. And just like we sitting here and we trying to figure this out and how can we reach them, but how many times do they go on a Zoom meeting and all of the different aldermen say, how can we reach them? Like you said, they sit up there for 15 and 20 years and there's nothing getting done. The neighborhood's getting worse. I have never seen so many abandoned buildings in my life. So if they was getting out there on the regular and they was doing their footwork and people was really seeing them out here, like, all right, like they out here, they trying to see what's going on out here and what to put out here and what to do about this. If they seen them more, it may be a little different, but you don't get to see none of them.
Right.
You barely see the police now because it's not enough covering all these different wards. So, you just gotta pick. You picking them because they Black and it sound good, or you picking them because of their credentials, because a lot of them in there, it's their first time. Some of them it's their first time. Some of them been there for forever. So, it's just a mix of some of them been there too long and some of them ain't been there long enough. But I just feel like we got to be heard on both sides. We got to hear them and see what they doing, but they got to actually show us, because we can't get out there and just do all the footwork. We can't pull strings and put laws in place and put police here and there like they can. Like, we don't have the resources that they have. So They don't have to put in some of their resources, because it's got to be plenty more than this. We have none. I don't see any.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't see any.
That is true. Building bricks.
Man, like I always say, accountability. But I think we gotta get the young people to believe in them too. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get these young folks to be out here voting, because when I was out here, I've done numerous of petitions and ballot initiatives with certain organizations, OBS, just to name a few. I've been with OBS and done ballot initiatives, and the people that was acceptance of me was the older people. The young people like, well, I don't care about that. I don't vote. I don't do this and I don't do that. We got to give them the reason to, realize, hey, it's important for you to vote. So then they can have a voice and they can hold these politicians accountable for their actions. But at the same time, us as people, we got to hold ourselves accountable, because sometimes we can get too confident. You know what I'm saying? We like, oh, okay, we got a man already. They Black. They gonna do the good for me. Oh, I I ain't seen nothing bad happen with them. I ain't seen nothing bad happen with them. But what about this neighborhood that was once that neighborhood 20 years ago when you first came in office, but now it's that neighborhood where they finna come get ready and put a NGA location in it. You know what I'm saying? Little situations like that where you use eminent domain and get rid of those people that's been there for years, generations. You know what I'm saying? So like we gotta get back to training our young people too. You know what I'm saying? On look, we gotta vote, you know, so we can beat these people in the landslide. So we can show them, look, we got a voice and we gonna use our voice from either it's 2 years, 4 years, 6 months, however long you there. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hold you accountable for whatever you trying to do. You know, our aldermen, state reps, committeemen, whoever you want to name, even the president. So
Sometimes they tricky, Ryan, with their voting, because I look at it like this, especially, you know, with our oppressors that's controlling this world. And don't ever forget this. We was ones that was in rulership before they even came and knocked us down. Do you really think really to give up this world to give it back to the person, to the people that it belongs to? So that's voting kind of gets tricky. I agree with you. It kind of gets tricky.
Sometimes. Yeah, I feel you on it. I understand what they did, but look, when I think about what they did, it hold me back. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about what I'm finna do, and I can break through anything, any walls, any door, any chains. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, you know, I just believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in the people that I'm putting life in, the life that I know, the knowledge that I got, that I know somebody else ain't got. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to continue to do that. We got to stop sometime at the gas station and talk to that person that's asking you for 20 cents and say, hey, look, you able to work? What's going on? Why you ain't working? You know what I'm saying? Instead of asking them, instead of telling them, go get a job, let's ask them, hey, why you ain't working? You know what I'm saying? What can I do to help you go get to this point? And just have them thinking like, dang, somebody care about me, somebody believe in me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's sometimes, let me tell you, every situation in my life, that's what it took for somebody to believe in me to say, you know what? Numerous of times I thought about quitting. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you my real life situation. I thought about giving up on my oldest child because he said something to me that I know it wasn't from him. You know what I'm saying? But it took me to go through a program to where they was able to help me realize, look, you can't stop doing what you're doing because at the end of the day, you that parent and you that person in front of them. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get in front of our people. The people that don't see nobody there, black people don't care about black people. Black people don't do this. Black people don't support black businesses. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we do. But at the same time, we got to start with ourselves too.
All right.
My bad for cutting you off.
Go ahead. No, you good.
Yeah, we support our own. We just don't publicize it more.
That's part of the support. You hear me?
Right. That's what you got. That's what you got. What they got to do, Brother Robert? They got to share them videos and they got to like them videos. It don't take much. If you
don't take much,
$5, like it and share it so somebody else can. You know.
Hey, look, we'll share that fight. We'll share that fight that they just had on Natural Bridge.
Yeah, we'll share all the wrong things, but you know, bad news spread faster than the good.
Of course,
it's the bad.
Hey, I want to say something. And you know, I'm 55 years old, brothers and sisters, and the most profound thing that I've done for my personal life, my children's life, and the young little brothers and sisters that have been in the community in which I've had a business in, was to have a business in the community. That's the most profound thing that I've done. I've seen many people from not Burvis Jones, but Onion Horton on talk shows from way back when to current. The problem is still the same and getting worse. I hear so many people encouraging job, but not create a job. Not create a job. We want job programs, we want job this. All these commercial buildings falling down in the city of St. Louis, and no black businesses are going up in these businesses, but they falling down. Then we got Arabs and Asians in the community And some of the activists get mad about that, but that's not a part of your conversation, is opening up businesses. That's not a part of your conversation. So when they come into our communities and treat our people bad, well, what other option do the people have? Other than these Arabs, other than these Asians, other than these Indian people that are coming in and filling a void that we as Black leaders are not addressing. We're training our children, telling our children to go to school, get an education from the enemy. And what kind of education is he giving our children that you think is going to make their life better and our situation better?
Self-hate.
Yep.
So we have to be the ones that take the responsibility. And I'm not saying ask for a damn thing. We ain't got to ask for nothing. See, mostly, I know I can almost say mostly all of us brothers then sold some kind of narcotics in the street. Now you had enough balls to get out there and do that without going down to City Hall and ask for damn permission to do that, right?
Right.
So when you change your life, you say, I want to make a change in my life. Now you want to start working backwards. I need to go get permission to do this business. No, that ain't what you do. You got to take your freedom. You can't ask for your freedom. You got to take your freedom.
There it is.
So I respect those that encourage voting. Man, I done saw president after president after president play on the black vote, and ain't a goddamn thing changed.
Right.
Ain't nothing changed. Only thing that has changed in my life is what I made change. I ain't asked nobody for a damn thing. I provided a service in the Black community.
And that's what you got to do, though, OG.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. And you got to have the same tenacity, brothers, that you had when we was doing something illegal. Only thing should change is the product. That's the only thing should change. The same way you protected that house, that corner, is the same way you protect your business. Everything else stays the same. Your moral character changes in terms of how you treat your people. That change. The product definitely got to change. We can't be out here killing our people, selling them dope, selling them drugs, selling them whatever we selling them that's going to hurt our people or make us look bad. No, we can't be doing that. We got to raise the level of how we deal with one another. We got to raise the bar, how we open business and how we do business in the Black community. Come down to the soap shop. I'm serious. Come down. I'm not trying to plug my store, but you come down to this store here, I guarantee you'll walk away and say, man, that was a good experience.
At this point, OG, at this point, it's pretty much up to us. Because I mean, it's money in the Black community. It's just exactly. It's not being used properly. You know what I mean? A man to run his money up, or a lady will run her money up, and then she'll just move out to North County and West County, and then she'll just forget about her roots, or he'll forget about his roots. But you just gained all this knowledge, you just gained all this wealth, and you just went out to North County, or you moved to another state, and you just said, you know what I'm saying, excuse my language, but fuck everybody behind. You know what I mean? It's really up to us at this point. You know what I mean? Because it's money in our neighborhoods, whether somebody got it from selling drugs or selling T-shirts or making this or making that. There's money in our community. It's just not being invested properly. We just got a whole bunch of people that's just sitting on money and just sitting on business ideas and just taking their business out there Hazelwood or out to town and country and out to the malls and all that stuff. But they're not thinking that, okay, I can do this just right in my backyard, literally. You know what I'm saying? Off of King's Highway or off of Martin Luther King or just anywhere, you know what I mean? But it's up to us at this point. We can blame everybody else, but it's really up to us at this point.
There's no sense in blaming nobody but, as you say, self. There's no sense in blaming nobody but self. Okay? The knowledge is there. And I'm a brother that teach you how to buy the real estate without going to the bank. I'll give you that game. I'm a brother that teach you about trade shows, which nobody taught me about a damn trade show. I stumbled up on that information. And when I went to a trade show, it blew my mind, because then I saw this is how white folks is winning, because they got trade information that they hold as a secret. You got Negroes that know about trade shows and won't even tell another brother or sister who's trying to come up, won't even tell them about it.
Yep, or they had charges for it too. Not only that.
So when I saw that stuff, when I saw it, I jumped right out. The first thing I did was started telling everybody about the damn clothing trade show in Las Vegas. The first time I went, it blew my mind so much it had me in tears. I came back to St. Louis. I created a Facebook page called Blacks in Business #trade shows. Put the information out there, because Black people need to know the trade secrets of this quote unquote, this society, this country. There's so much information that we don't know.
Yep.
Even with real estate, with business, there's so much that we really just guessing our way through this.
Right.
And then focusing on these politicians, man, the hell with these politicians.
May I speak? Okay.
Yes, Balale, go ahead.
I do need to go, but I want to know if this particular group is going to come back together again, because this is an excellent conversation. I've been wanting to have these kinds of conversations, and I wrote down everybody's names, and I'm thoroughly impressed with this gathering. And I believe that if we chose to come together on a regular basis and actually dig deeper into things, we can come to consensus about what, where we want to put our efforts, because there's so much that we can learn from each other. And I want to learn from each and every one of you. And I have things I would like to share too, because I believe together we all have a really important piece of the puzzle. I would like to see us come together again.
I think we should all come out. Yeah.
Well, I do have everyone's information. We are a little over an hour in. I did have one more topic that I wanted to talk about, but we can, just kind of resume this if y'all want to. We can kind of do this maybe once a week. I don't know about Fridays, or we can just come up with a better time. But I mean, if you want to, I did want this to go out live to the world. It didn't, because I don't know what was wrong with my actual streaming service. But I will take this when we get done and flip it over and put it right out so that people can see it, so we will be able to get our feedback from it. But I mean, if you guys are willing, we can come together every week and I mean, just, with what we know and like you said, this group that we have, we should be able to make a change.
I believe so. And, what my time is pretty flexible. We can come to agreement. Fridays are fine with me, but, again, I'm part of the older generation. I don't party like that. Not on Friday anyway.
Right.
But,
y'all finna go. I'm finna go.
But, yeah, I do have to go though. But thank you, everybody.
All right.
Thank you.
And I'll give you a call later.
Okay.
All right.
I ain't got nothing special going on. I guess we can continue or we can postpone it. I think one of the things that we wanted to talk about is the gun violence and all the shooting that's been happening ever since the weather didn't break. So that was one of the big things, one of the big topics that I definitely wanted to speak on as well, and find out what's been going on and why haven't anybody stepped in to de-escalate some dudes, because we already know what's causing them. Like that.
They haven't de-escalated anything because they don't have any resources. They don't really know. When I say resources, I mean people. I mean, they got people in place, they got bodies. They don't have the minds, they don't have the technology that people should have who is gonna de-escalate something. You know what I'm saying? But I would give it up. I would give it up to Dutchtown. You know what I'm saying? Dutchtown Curve Violence Team. Because I do see them out. I have seen them out a few times, and I do know one of the brothers. And I do know how passionate he is about the work. You know what I'm saying? So I know if he over there, I ain't got no doubt in my mind that he gonna kill it over there. So,
Well,
but
no pun
it's
intended.
they don't have the people in place, man. You know what I'm saying?
No
I think
pun intended, but Dutchtown is actually killing it right now because they're leading with the murders. Dutchtown is.
But I'm saying but you got, but I'm saying like as far as like efforts, like they doing things. You know what I'm saying? They actually trying to do something because it's a mixed group of people down there. So they ain't gonna take that for too much longer. Us in the black community, we gonna say, you know what? That's normal. They like that ain't normal to us. We gotta do something about that. So I mean, yeah, it may be high, but you gotta look at where they finna go.
All right, so look, so we can get ready to wrap it up because that is a topic that we really need to talk about. So we'll kind of touch on that real quick, and then I'll kind of make it a two-parter, okay? Because with the crime, you know, we got the police. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people view the police differently. Me, I kind of look at it like, you know, those are the after guys, but they only come after something happens. And when they come, they always depend on the community to tell them what happened, what was what. So with the crime, with the police, with the way things are going, and with the fact that the police in the community, like where do you guys think we should go with that? And you know, not do we really need the police, but what's their real angle out here, if I can say that?
We don't need them, but we can use them for something. You know what I'm saying? We really don't need them.
Yeah.
Need each other first.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah. Right. That's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? I was out in the community with Better Family Life represent Better Family Life at like 10 o'clock, even off hours, not even getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen the crime scene. I'm like, dang, let me go over here for 1 second, see what's going on. You know, in the community, like, this, that, and that. The police come over there, we ain't gonna give them much information. But the thing is, we gotta, like I said, that accountability, man. We gotta hold our family members accountable, man. If we know they out here doing this, know they out here doing that. Don't bring that to my house. You're not finna bring that to my house and cause my house to be a nuisance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you know this dude a fella and he carry.
Hold on, you breaking up, Ryan?
I don't care what you do your life. Carry that gun. You need to be smart about it because at the end of the day, we gotta open. Anybody can carry a gun. So regardless you a felon or not, you know what I'm saying, you can carry one. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna do it, be safe. We got felons out here just doing wild stuff with guns. You out holding it all in the air on videos on Facebook. Man, don't do that. If you're gonna use it, protect your family, use it for that reason only. You know what I'm saying? Because you just shooting in the air, shooting at other people because somebody called you for some beef, that ain't gonna work out. I was in a situation months ago. Somebody rolled through, shot at the vehicle I was driving. If I was in that vehicle, it went right through my head. Over some beef that some children that should be able to be de-escalated within us adults. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to tell these youth, hey, man, calm that down. You're in front of my house, calm that down. Or if they don't like it that way, hey, look, man, how about, you know what I'm saying? Look, just tell them, hey, look, listen, what's gonna happen after that. They gotta be more thoughtful about the decisions they make too. As parents gotta hold them accountable. We gotta hold ourselves accountable as parents. We can't pull back when we say, you're not going outside today. We need to stand on that. When I tell you, if you got a job, your responsibility is for you to get back and forth to work. If it's an emergency where you need me, I'm gonna come through. But at the end of the day, I got my job too. You chose to get your job at that age of 16 or 17. That's your choice. So at the end of the day, you got to be able to hold those responsibilities. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna come in on days I can when I ain't just doing them. But if I got something to do, I'm busy. You got to understand that, and you're not gonna block what I got going on because I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that little leeway because you want to be that younger dog. I'm not gonna be that parent that's gonna be too hard on you, be too rough on you. But I'm gonna tell you accountability. I'm gonna hold you accountable. for what you say. I'm gonna have those conversations with you, and I'm gonna expect you to do the same with me. You know, so as parents think, oh, okay, our 17-year-old daughter, you gotta come in at 9 o'clock, this, that. But if I told you before you can come in at 11, you're gonna expect that again. You know what I'm saying? If your curfew 9 o'clock, that's it. Ain't no bending to 11. You know, so it's yeah.
Yeah.
That's real. Look, I didn't face all of this. I was talking. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I didn't face all this. I'm talking. My daughter's steady calling me, so I'm gonna have to mute out for a minute.
That's real though.
All right. But all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. I was gonna do a little piece where I was gonna give everybody some last words, but if we're gonna do this again, no need for those. You know, so if y'all want to leave the people with a message until next time, we can run down the line, Charlie. Now,
Hey.
Robert 11.
Yes, sir. So tomorrow at 8033 North Broadway, we got two major sales tomorrow and Sunday. We got our own brand of laundry detergent called Lift Laundry Detergent. We're selling that bucket for $29.99. And then all our clothes, all our long sleeve tees, school uniform for children is 99 cents, $1. Everything, all brand new clothing, $1 a piece. Everything. So we got the Dove soap going 6 bottles of Dove in the sleeve for $16. So we giving away, we really blessing our community, blessing our people that when they come shop with us, we want to make sure that you save a lot of money. And then if you want to learn some things in real estate or how to go into business and do something for yourself, then we also teach that as well. So definitely come on by 8033 North Broadway. And brother, if you would make the number available, 314-745-9557. We're here all day tomorrow.
Slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit.
Yeah, brother.
I say
put it in the chat.
I'm just getting a pen. Okay, now. What's your address?
Brother, in Baden. You in Baden, right?
In Baden, 8033 North Broadway.
Like, what's the side street?
Victor.
Say it again.
I'm sorry, Bittner and Broadway.
Basically Stone. So basically the Stone.
And so when you will notice our building because it's got the soap shop on the side of the building. It's got BIB Blacks and Business in the round circle, and it's got laundry detergent painted on the building as well. So
yeah, I used to stay in that old neighborhood, and I see that starting to change a little bit.
Yeah, so y'all definitely stop on by. Bring your debit card or some cash. You do which one, because you're gonna see it's a lot of stuff that we selling at real discounted prices tomorrow and Sunday.
You got a Facebook?
Yes, the soap shop.
The soap shop, baby.
Yep, the soap shop.
I'm gonna look it up tonight.
Do that. And hey. And also we have a resale shop next door. So the brother that was talking about the landscaping equipment, doing landscaping, that kind of work, we got a lot of rakes and garden tools and stuff like that. You working with you. Yeah, so we'll work with you on that level too, brother.
I'll be that way. Oh yeah.
Trash cans, we got the big trash cans, we got all this stuff, man. So yeah, we'll work with you to help you. To help work with the youth, we'll definitely work with you on that, brother.
There it is. All right, Miss Lisa.
It's dope.
I'm here.
All right. You want to give us something on the way out the door?
Well, it was interesting what everybody said. I'm gonna be thinking about this over the weekend because we supposed to be making some decisions about the Justice Center Monday.
Okay.
And so I heard a lot of good stuff. I like the energy, and I like the energy of the young people too, the young ones. I just happen to be one of the people they're sitting at the table. So I just gotta, you know, I gotta get the message back to what the community's saying. You know, that's what I tell everybody. I work for the community, and I gotta tell them, you know.
We all got a part to play.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Tamika.
I'm so tired. I'm sorry, y'all, for yawning like that. I'm so rude. But I'm exhausted. I mean, like she said, I like the energy, and I'm just excited to get started somewhere. Let's just get started. Like I like to have talks, but I'm an action person too. So
yeah,
it's somewhere that I can start, and I'm in North County, and believe me, I've seen the big change. I've been out here 9 years, same spot. I have seen the drastic change. People used to be scared to come to the county.
Yeah.
But if I can start where I'm at, and you start where in your neighborhood where you at, and he start, like we gotta start somewhere at some point. It's been a lot of talking going on. So at some point, somebody just gotta start doing something. Nothing to get done if we don't get started. It's a lot of talking. Somebody has to start. Somebody got to put some footwork in. I mean, you know, a lot of us from the hood. I mean, probably everybody out here from the hood. So, I mean, I know you should know how to talk to these guys, and we should know how to talk to them. Like I said, a lot of us, like Robert said, I remember you from having a store on Cherokee in Utah.
Yep.
I mean, California, Utah.
California, Utah.
Oh yeah, I was 19 years old, and I remember you having your store, and I looked at you and was like, man, I need something like that. You know, so looking at you and see how you doing, you know, I mean, but like I say, a lot of us been trying. I mean, even the little guys in the neighborhood, I see them, and you know, they try to flirt with me and talk to me all the time, and I be like, what you doing with your life? You know, and they just look at me like, you trying to be funny? Like, nah, what you doing with your life? Like, for real, like, because I see them standing at the store all the time, and if you can approach me every time you see me and tell me you like my shirt, or you like my car, or you like something about me, then we can have a conversation. So that's how I talk to them, and a lot of them won't help. It's just the person that's standing next to them, they don't know how they gonna feel about it. So it's a lot of them, you can get to their steps, and you can probably make a difference, but you don't know if you're scared to talk to them. We can't be scared to talk to these kids. These are our kids. These are the people that we're looking forward to having businesses that we can go to and you know, teaching our kids, and because it ain't too late to change. It ain't too late. It's not too late. So me personally, like she said, I like the energy. I just want to get started. I want to start somewhere.
All right.
Okay.
All righty. So, I mean, just so everybody know, though, it is a plan, and I'm glad that everybody's happy because now we can be able to sit down and put all this together. And I mean, we will make a change this summer. I didn't know when I put this together it was going to turn into this, but hey, I'm excited. I appreciate everybody for coming out, giving us a word. Rock and John, I know we didn't talk to you on the way out the door, but I don't think you'd mind. So I just want to thank everybody for their time. I appreciate you coming. I will be in contact, and then we can set up when we can do this again and make it happen, y'all.
Peace and blessings, family.
All right.
No doubt, y'all.
All right.
Everybody have
Yeah, later.
Yep. Oh, goodbye.
Thank you.